We're now performing calibration number 7, which is the GMR to touch probe Z-height calibration. We begin at step 2, since all motors were already homed in step 1. Before continuing, make sure the sample is properly aligned. If needed, you can adjust the rotation using the camera. Step 2 requires loading the sample. Since the sample is already loaded, we'll proceed by clicking Next. At this point, the sample is not leveled, as indicated by the red X. To correct this, we'll go to stage leveling. First, lower the touch probe. I'll turn on the joystick and wait for the probe to lower. I'll keep the speed set to medium and begin selecting the first 3 leveling points. These points should form a triangle within the area you plan to work on. In this calibration, you can choose any area. In this case, I'm selecting the boxed grid region. Once the 3 points are selected, we run automatic sample leveling. The system touches each selected point and adjusts the tilt stage accordingly. The leveling process is now complete, and the Z stage is lowering, so we can continue to the next step. We've now moved on to step 4. As you can see, the software has automatically lowered the touch probe and will automatically move on to step 5. Turn on the joystick and set it to slow for control. Then manually move the stage directly under the touch probe, then click Next. Next, I'll select the feature for calibration, the diamond-shaped grid we identified earlier, because it provides a clear reference point. I will position it under the probe without making contact. I get close for accuracy, but leave a small gap to avoid touching the sample. Once it's properly aligned, I select Next, and the system automatically lowers the touch probe to make controlled contact with that area. And the system will perform step 6 on its own. In the following step, the GMR is lowered. The goal here is to bring the GMR to the exact location where the touch probe made contact with the sample. Using the joystick, I carefully raise the stage. As the GMR approaches the sample, I reduce the velocity to avoid any risk of collision. At this point, I use the Dino-Light camera to closely monitor the GMR. I position the camera to clearly see both the GMR and the cantilever, watching for any excessive flexing. With the velocity set to slow, I continue raising the stage. You'll know the GMR has made contact when the GMR's shadow aligns with the physical GMR. Contact is made. Once the GMR is properly touching the sample, I leave it in place and click Next to complete the calibration. Always move slowly near the surface, monitor contact closely, and verify alignment before proceeding. Once everything is confirmed and everything looks good, you're all set and the system is ready for the next stage of operation. And that completes Calibration 7.